about 6 years. I work at the university here at the tech center. When I was in high school, I was a tiny little kid. I was really skinny. I always got picked on. I got beat up when I was a kid, and I got bullied. And I think it was after I turned 20, I really was I started to get sick of it. And so I got together with some friends and I started lifting, and I got bigger. I went from maybe 110 pounds to 150. So over the course of a few months, and I was like, wow, this is really awesome. So I kept doing it, and been doing it ever since. Well, physically, you got to lift a lot of weight, and you have to deal with a lot of soreness all the time. I'll go to the gym 5 days a week, and I always take the weekends off, and I'm perpetually sore. I'm always walking around limping. When I pick something up, I'm like, oh my God, my shoulders, or oh my arms, because I'm always constantly sore. Mentally, it's like the whole diet thing is the worst part, because you have to time everything. I eat every 2.5 hours. I have to make sure that I'm eating on my schedule. I have to make sure that I know what I'm eating is proper. If I'm hungry, I can't just say, okay, well, I'm going to go eat McDonald's, because I can't do that. That's really taxing. Not to mention when I'm in class. If it's time to eat during class, well, I got to break out a protein bar and start eating in the middle of class. I do compete in the National Physique Committee. Competing isn't really for the faint of heart, because there's so much, you have to focus on it so much, it becomes your life. For however long you diet, if you diet for 12 weeks, you can think of nothing else but competing. You have to think about that end goal, that one day, and you're only on stage for 5 or 6 minutes. And that 5 or 6 minutes dictates what you've done for the past 5 or 6 years leading up to it. And it's real hard on your mind, because you're thinking all throughout this time dieting, I can't falter. I can't skip a day in the gym. I got to keep pushing it. I got to go heavier and heavier. I got to do more reps. I got to do more cardio. I got to make sure I'm eating the right things at the right time. If I'm not losing weight fast enough, I got to add another meal in the day so that I can increase my metabolism and lose fat faster. Or if I'm losing too fast, then I won't peak right for the show, and I got to eat a little bit less, and I got to try to maintain a little bit more. So it's hard. Now, as a student, this is going to be really difficult on me, because I'm going into another contest soon, because I'm going to have to worry about, I need carbs so that I can do well in class, so that I can think straight, but I can't have carbs. I need water to function, but I have to dehydrate before I go into the show. And so it's going to be really difficult, but it's rewarding. When you step up on that stage and you look the best you've ever looked, and you can really say, this is what I worked for, and there's nothing better. I idolize in bodybuilding, he's a professional bodybuilder named Mark Dugdale. He has what I consider to be the ideal physique. He's got great symmetry, great proportion, he's large, full, and he's very lean. And he stays lean all the time. He understands that bodybuilding is a way of life, but he also makes time for family, for God, for other things. It's not his everything, and that is the balance is what I think that I want to strive for. Another guy that I really look up to is Seth Feroce, who was he co-runs the company that I was sponsored by, and one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Really funny guy, really hard worker when it comes to bodybuilding. He knows he's good, but he leaves that on the stage. He's not like some of these other guys that walk off the stage and say, I'm the best at everything because I'm a good bodybuilder. He knows. He knows that when he steps on that stage, he's the best, and when he steps off, he's just one of us. And that is exactly what it should be, Anybody that wants to start bodybuilding, I've talked to plenty of people about this. The biggest piece of advice I can say is don't get discouraged. You're going to start bodybuilding, you're going to start lifting, you're going to get stronger really fast, you're going to get bigger really fast, and you'll probably lose some body fat really fast. And then it's going to stop. Because you have to realize that getting to the point where you're a Mark Dugdale or a Seth Feroce or a Jake Cutler or a Phil Heath or an Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't happen in a couple of months. Nobody gets to that point in even a couple of years. I've been doing this for 6 years, and I'm nowhere near that caliber. You know, these guys have been doing it for 15, 20, 30 years. That's why they look the way they do. I would recommend this sport to anybody. You know, it's very satisfying. You really can improve yourself. You can take the lessons that you learn in the gym and in the kitchen, for that matter, and you can apply it to any other thing that you do in your life. You know, if you can take that angst that you feel in the gym when you can't get that weight up, and then you come back the next week and you can do it, you can do the same thing at your job. I don't know that I can do this at the job. It's too stressful. It's too much work. It's too hard. And then you come back the next day and you do it. Because you can do it in the gym. You can do it anywhere else. You know, you can always keep pushing forward and doing better. Because bodybuilding to me is being the best that you can possibly be. And you can apply that anywhere. So.